Well,
Hello.
hello everyone. Welcome, welcome.
So the boot camp core streams are done, but we're not quite done.
Correct. We're not quite done. This week we're going to be finishing up starting and then finishing up our portfolio projects, working together to make it happen.
And when I finished up the last lesson, I was so mean. I told the learners that this was actually the most important project. Did I
Mm.
lie?
No, you didn't lie. This is
I left a lie on the end.
right. You didn't really lie because it's like this is the project that puts everything not necessarily puts everything together. It does do that, but it allows you to showcase all your projects that you have all in one place.
So I'm going to ask you a controversial high stakes question that I also asked Ramon. So I'm just being mean. Do you have to have a portfolio website if you're going to be looking for work as a front end developer?
No, you do not. That's the answer. Yes.
Okay, because I told them they absolutely do.
Ooh.
And the thing is, we now have all three answers because Ramon was like, maybe.
Mhm,
And you were
mhm.
like, well, you don't need one. I was like, no, you absolutely need one.
Oh,
Do you
and
know?
that's a good point because I was thinking from a perspective that folk can see different things or different things that you've built on your GitHub, for example. However, when I was new to the field, I did have a portfolio and it was very important that we all did. So I'm gonna go back on that answer and say absolutely yes.
And do you know what? I could be super wrong. I'm wrong a lot.
Yeah.
I was a bit quick with that response. But do you know what? We're going to have a very, very stressful day.
No, of course not, y'all. We do not do things in a stressful manner. We want to make sure that everyone is calm, cool, and collected. We're learning together, right? This is a collective experience, and it's going to be super chill, as always.
So let's take a look at the Free Code Camp project because this gave us a lot of things we had to do. And a real life portfolio page isn't that prescriptive, is it?
No, not as prescriptive as the Free Code Camp version.
Actually, I was going to say, is mine still up?
Ooh,
so I will say that I am not a front end developer.
That's okay.
Hey.
And if y'all are here, throw a hi in the chat. Let us know you're present.
Oh, hello, loves and doves. So mine is super simple.
Yes.
I am a technology. This is kind of waffly because I do a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
And let's embiggen this.
Love it.
But I've got some writing I've done, last updated in 2017.
That's okay. That's okay.
What I do for work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is not true. This was true in 2019, but I do work at Mozilla again. And one thing I do is I've got, hey, here's the kind of work I do. I've also got sort of a hire me thing.
Oh,
and I really like these on a portfolio page. So I'm good at stuff I want to do more of. Please don't. I really like the please don't.
Yep. Be clear about your limits and not necessarily limits. I would say about what you want and what you don't want in a role.
Oh, and because I do public speaking as part of my job, here's some of my old talks.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. Amazing. So this doesn't look anything like what we saw. But I think that's probably, I should redo this. I've been meaning to for a while.
Yeah.
Do you have a portfolio page?
I don't currently, no. And that's part of the reason why I mentioned, I was like, no, you don't need one. You can get jobs without it.
But you're not a front-end developer, are you?
Well, I've done a lot of front-end work, actually. So my last role at Suborbital was mainly doing front-end. I was on the front-end team. So yeah.
You were doing a ton of everything, though.
I was also, yeah. We're technically full stack.
So, because this sounds like a really good opportunity to make your professional portfolio page.
That sounds awesome. Let's do it.
So, if I recall correctly, we'd probably want to open a text editor.
That's correct. We do.
And start a new project.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen.
Oh, and the text editor we've been using the most is VS Code. That's super chill.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so I have my text editor open, and I just want to quickly, even before we go into this, I'm going to create a project, like a little Finder window, and let's go to, we can do it in desktop or something like that, and create a new little folder.
Oh, because like the folders in our directories are very literally folders.
That's correct. They are literally folders. Yes.
Okay, that's sounds conceptually weird to start with, but I bet that gets less and less weird with time.
Yes, it does. So we see here that if I'm in VS Code, I can see that there's no folder open. So I do want to open a folder. And it's like, which one do you want to open? And I'm like, actually, I want to create a new folder. And we're going to name this Free Code Camp. And then we're going to do dash portfolio. Free Code Camp dash portfolio. Perfect. And that's the one I want to open up. Boop.
And for folks who aren't working full-time in tech yet, boop is the international sound of a piece of software doing a thing.
Exactly. It worked. So I'm going to press yes, I trust the authors because I'm the author here. I created this folder.
Oh, that's a bit more existential than I was looking for out of a code practice. Do you trust yourself?
Right. I'm like, I think so. Yes. Yes, you do. I'll just exit out of this little thing right here. And then we'll probably want to create a little bit of the structure for this portfolio.
Oh, so because this is a folder and these are files, this is going to feel a lot like what we've been doing this whole time, which is reassuring. But it's also going to feel a lot like the tutorial environment and tabbing between these two files.
That's
so
absolutely correct.
Just off the top of my head, I think we'll need at least an index.html file.
That is correct.
And that's the convention for the main page your website hits.
Excellent. So
I think we'll almost definitely need a CSS file as well. Otherwise, this will look a little silly.
That's right, it will. We'll do styles.css. Boop. And it works. Perfect. So we have both. Excelente.
Oh, and do you know what? Do we want to look at the spec and talk about what we need and don't need, or do we want to just out the structure?
Let's take a look at the spec and see what things we might need for this.
And here the spec is the instructions that Free Code Camp gave us for this, because we don't need all of this.
Right. That's right.
Because these IDs, these are to make sure we include the right things in our test pass. We don't actually need to include, although if you do just want to copy and paste over your work from here and then refine it, that's okay too.
That's right.
But we're writing this again from scratch, so we don't need it. We probably should have an H1 element with text, maybe?
I agree that we should have that. So let me go back to our index.html. And that's true. So let's also start this off like with all of our initial things.
So a doc type, maybe. This is telling, so when the browser comes to this website, it knows right off the bat that it's HTML.
Correct.
And then the biggest parent element, the grandparent of them all, is almost always the HTML element itself.
That's right.
You might say, hey, why doesn't the doc type live inside the HTML element? It's because you got to say what it is before you start doing the thing.
Thank you.
I think we'll need a head.
Yep. We need a head. Perfect.
And what's so cool in VS Code is it automatically closes that for you. Oh, I'm rubbish. Inside our HTML, you've got to set your language in there. I always want to set it in the head in a meta tag, and that's wrong.
That's right.
And that's, I thought it was lang equal n.
That's right. N for English. And you can use whichever language that you're interested in, but specifically for us, we're going to be using English.
Don't get me started, because these are ISO codes for languages that are used. It's the ISO 693.2. And I am a little bit weird about language standards right now. So it's not my favorite language standard, but these two code ones work. So inside our head, we'll need, where do we put our CSS? It's in the head, isn't it?
Ooh, yes, it is. So,
and we'll also, please.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So we'll need a link to our CSS.
That's right.
But we'll also need a meta tag. Wait, what'd you do?
So what I did, all the things. Hi, Ramon. Hi, friend. Hi, Romney Wash as well. Welcome. So glad to have y'all. And so, sorry, to explain what I did here, I just typed link, Link, and then VS Code said, oh, I think, do you mean this link right here? And I'm like, yes, I do. And so what VS Code did was just fill in all most of the information that we need for this particular link tag. So I just clicked it and ta-da, it popped up. It said, okay, this is probably going to be a style sheet, but that's a guess. And they're correct. We're going to be linking a style sheet. And then they're asking what the href is, which is just asking where is this style sheet going to be located? And I'm going to input that it's going to be located at, and it knows what I'm talking about, styles.css. Boom.
Oh, that's easy.
It's lovely. Beautiful. Perfection. Okay. So we have our head, we have our link, and it's going to link our styles.css, and that's going to be all happy. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's see what else we can use. What else we can. Yeah.
Not that I was tipping to double check what I needed on MDN.
Of course.
But how about a meta tag?
Yes. And where does our meta tag go, Jess?
Is it the one at the top? Oh, definitely goes in the top, but is it supposed to be one of the first ones?
I think it is. Under doc type in HTML. I forgot.
Oh, I think it's in the head.
Okay, perfect. Just move this and do meta. Lovely. Click that. Boom.
And that meta tag needs to have a so I think there's two things we need to do with the meta tag.
Mm-hmm.
I got really, really pleased with myself and closed MDN a little bit early.
That's totally okay.
Oh, what? Do you know what? I'm going to push this in the comments because there's that one of the new MDN. I don't work for MDN. One of the new MDN that is saying, oh, what goes inside? What are the metadata you need here?
Right.
Huh. Oh, so the first one we need is this meta char set and set that to UTF-8.
Yes, the car set. Gotcha. Car set and set it to, is it capitalized or lowercase UTF-8?
So I always try and do it capitalized, but it's always lowercase in the examples.
Very interesting.
It's a good thing HTML is case insensitive.
Yes, or else we would have some issues.
So we need that, and we also need a title.
Mm-hmm. Oh, to title our page. That's right.
Oh, so that goes in a separate tag.
Oh, gotcha. Ooh.
So the UTF-8 is really just saying, hey, here's the kind of characters I'd like you to use. So it's a little bit like languages, except for almost all of the languages you're going to commonly find on the web will come with UTF-8.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not saying everyone's script is already encoded in UTF because it super isn't. Yeah. It's just that the standards body behind UTF are trying to get all the language scripts they can in there. So I'm not saying, oh, your language will definitely be in here, because standards always fall behind human experience.
Yeah.
What's our title?
Ooh. The title of the page will be, it'll be, I guess just my name.
Okay. So the reason I wanted to do yours is I am shameless about hyping people up past their level of comfort. So could I get your full name and then a hyphen and then the words "the legend"?
Wow. Absolutely. Okay. So we do Nike Macklin -the legend. This is so funny, y'all. And I love it.
A little bit of intense. And that's one of the big things. So the learners who are part of the boot camp, show off if you're comfortable, I'm not the boss of y'all. If you're comfortable with it as you're working on your portfolio pages, show them off in Discord and we will absolutely help y'all hype them up.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh. So this is something that I bet. So it sounds like I'm quizzing you, and that's absolutely not. So if I want to become a web developer, so if I'm taking this course now, future tense, I want to be a web developer. I'm going to be a web developer. So when I'm talking about the job I want, how do I do the tense on that?
Ooh. the job that you want. So you're talking about like in portfolios.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if I'm a boot camp student and
Yeah.
I say, okay, I'm building my website, do I talk about being a web developer in future tense or present?
Well, so I'm not sure the 100% correct answer is. What I've always, and I'll just give a little background. What I've
Yeah,
always tried to
please.
do is try to embody who I want to be. And so what I personally have done is that and say that I am a software engineer, right? I'm building things. We have all built things together. And so you are currently a software engineer. However, there could be some thoughts about this. So what do you think, Jess?
Oh, no, I agree with you 200%.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Present tense then. So everyone, we are currently doing the things that if we're saying, oh, I aspire to be no aspiring software engineer, take that completely out of your bio or anything like that. You are a software engineer today.
Ramon's backing us up and saying, and always in such a soft and gentle way, one piece of advice I've always appreciated is just to drop language like aspiring to describe my. Yeah. You could say aspiring to be like, oh, I'm aspiring to continue to deepen my knowledge in engineering. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're writing HTML, if you're writing a portfolio page, that's
Thank
web
you.
development.
Thank you.
You're a web developer.
You are. You are. All right. Say it to yourself. I am a web developer. And keep saying it to yourself.
Amazing. So I also think we need that meta tag, the viewport.
Oh, yes. Yes. Let me see.
And you know what I have been messing with. So it's still a meta tag. I have been messing with HTML since before CSS. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have to look it up. So I'm just gonna look it up and drop it into chat.
You're the best.
Just because it doesn't stick in my brain. So it actually needs to be a separate meta tag from the care set. And that's always weird to me as well, right?
That is
But
strange.
it feels weird. And it's wild because I always remember that, but I don't remember it's actually not that complicated. So it's meta, and then the name is viewport.
Yep.
The content is equal to the content is width equal device hyphen width.
Okay.
And then a comma, and then initial scale equals 1.
Perfect. Content, and then we're going to have width equals device dash width.
Yeah.
Width.
It's really reassuring that you're looking at the cheat sheet as well, because I just cannot for love or money. And generally I get asked to write HTML for money, not love.
Right. Lovely. Okay. Perfect. Initial scale is 1. Alrighty. Thank you, Mozilla.
This is not sponsored. I work for the nonprofit, but
oh yeah,
MDN.
I meant the MDN. Thank you, MDN. Perfect. Alrighty, so we have our meta tags, title, and link. Is that all we need for in our head, Jess?
You know what? If not, we'll get a boop boop on yeah. Because later when we launch this and run it, when we launch this and put this in the real world, we can take there's a bunch of different ways to check our websites.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, today we're not going to go super, super long on this session. We're just going to get the story. Do you know what we should do?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I see that little white dot, and it haunts me.
Yep, I know that.
Can we save this and start a new savey do for GitHub repo? And for a lot of people, they say, oh, it's my portfolio site. I'm not ready to show people. We could start a private repo if we want. We're not, because we're going to show the learners. But if somebody wanted to, they could set their repo to private. Absolutely. So it means that nobody sees this until you're ready to push it live.
Exactly. That's right.
Manageably scary.
Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is save this. Remember, everyone, we see this white dot. That means we have not saved it. So I'm going to save it. I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to do Command S, but you can also just go to File and then Save. So I'm going to do that. Boom, it is saved. Lovely. Ooh, and we have a fun fact from Ramon as well. You can set up VS Code to autosave if you're still
Give it to me now. Where is that? No, Ramon, you can't just say that and then not do the thing.
exactly. Drop the link, Ramon.
Oh, wait, no, the link doesn't actually work. So
Yeah.
learners aren't allowed to put links in for um internet trust reasons. We didn't set that limitation,
Yeah.
but
I think yeah, it probably is. But that's okay. We can find it. Yeah, thank you, Ramon. Ramon's literally the best. So Ramon's going to go search for the link right now to try and help us autosave for the future. But that is an excellent tool. So thank you so much. All right, so we have this saved, right? Lovely. We have nothing in our styles.css yet, and that is totally okay. But what we want to do is we're going to throw this into GitHub and just have it there. And then we'll share it with y'all as well, just for now. Okay, so let me go over all the things. Yep, I'm going to minimize this. Go over to GitHub. Lovely, lovely. Okay, and so y'all see my GitHub page, my GitHub profile page right now, the Couchbase version. I have a regular version as well. But we're going to just create a new repository for this code to live. So remember, a repository is just a home for your code for your specific project. And so this repository name is going to be Portfolio.
oh, how exciting. Oh, they could just be called port if we want. And what it's doing is it's checking to see if this repo name already exists. And it doesn't mean already exists anywhere on GitHub because there's going to be a bunch of repos called Portfolio if we search for them.
That's
But
right.
this is within your own little tiny piece of the internet.
That's right.
Does it need a description? Does it need a description? It says optional.
It is optional, so it's optional. You don't need a description. And then for us, because both Jess and I want to share this out to y'all, we're going to make this public. However, if you're working on a portfolio and you don't want anyone who just happens upon your GitHub to see it yet, you can press private and then you can change that later as well. So no pressure, everything's fine. All right, so we have public, and then we're just going to create that repository. Boom, boom, boom.
Everything's fine.
Lovely. Perfect. All righty. So we see remember there's a lot here, and we went through both Roselle took us through a lot of the using Git, etc. work. But I like to do things really, really quickly. And no, I don't use this method as in my day job because I frequently use Git, etc. But just for showcasing purposes and just for doing things quick,
just to show off.
Exactly. Just to show off quickly, we're just going to create this. See this button right here that says create a new file. Oh, actually, I think there's a way to upload this to.
There is. There's hang on.
There we go. It's right there.
Oh,
I know. Me and you. Don't worry.
I was like, oh, but you can just. We can
just
drag and drop or shoot. Drag and drop. Yeah.
That is wonderful. So I love this. I'm going to go back to my Finder and I'm going to see. I think we have it on the desktop. Or the documents. Why is nothing on my desktop? Oh, right. I got rid of everything on my desktop. Cool. That's okay. So what we're going to do. Actually, I'm just going to choose my files. So we have, let's see. Was it Free Code Camp? What did I name this? What did I name this, y'all? It wasn't in downloads. Was it in?
It was on your
There we go.
Yeah.
The thing. Here we go. Portfolio. That's the one I want. Open it, please. Can I just drag and drop? Nope. They want me to do individual. That's okay.
Oh no, because we're gonna need to. I think we do need to add to connect the Git repo with this.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So that we can just push stuff moving forward.
Oh, yes, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so then should we go through the command line stuff?
Probably, if that's not a bother. And these are one of these things where these are, so we say again, don't copy and paste things into your terminal. Don't copy and paste things into your terminal. It's okay to copy and paste this into your terminal.
Yes, in this instance. Exactly. And we just say because we don't want anything to go wrong. But since we're on GitHub and GitHub is telling us this is the steps that you take, then we can do that. But yes, go ahead, Jesse. You're going to say something.
No. I was going to say exactly what you were going to say.
Lovely. Alrighty, so there is this button over here that says, I think that's a copy button. So we're just going to click it. Boop. Things are copied.
And again, remember that boop is the deeply technical sound of any piece of software doing any specific thing.
That is absolutely correct. And I'm going to open up a new window, new terminal window, minimize that one. And let's see if I can get that over as well.
Oh, this is such a good question. I love it. I live for this because this question, you're absolutely right. And say, hey, if I want to include a file on my website that lives locally on my PC, so this is really talking about like a picture or a video. If I want to upload, can we create a folder for them called images inside the folder? We absolutely can. And do you know what? Let's go ahead and let's add that to what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And because it is, I'm so sorry to be super, because
Not at all.
you live someplace nice and warm too, but it is uncharacteristically warm in the United Kingdom. So we might get GitHub set up, create a folder, and then put a picture in that and show that show how we'd link to that picture.
Gotcha. No problem.
And then I might go lie down in a cold bath.
That sounds good.
You're very patient.
Beautiful. Anytime. Okay. So let's try to get GitHub set up on this. So we have all that code that they said here. And let us just grab it. All right. So they're saying we're going to echo portfolio because that's what we named it. Go back to our terminal. I'm actually going to make this smaller so we can see the terminal as well. Lovely. Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to boop. Okay. And what this particular line of code is just saying right here is that it's going to create a README. And if you haven't heard of a README, it's just like instructions on, it's like a little summary, or sometimes people use it for instructions on how to run the project. But the README is saying, read me before you do anything. So.
And you'll sometimes hear people say kind of spiky things in tech where they say, oh, read the docs. And what they mean is, hey, if there's a README attached to this project, go ahead and have a look at that and try and understand it before we move on.
Exactly. Great point. Beautiful. So I'm just going to execute this here. Wonderful. That is done. And then we're going to type git init. Perfect. Initialize a Git repository here. And then we're going to, but here's the thing. My Git is already connected to my other GitHub and Git accounts.
That's okay. Let's go ahead and just use that drag and drop then. This can't hurt us.
That's fine. Perfect.
Right?
Okay. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to exit that out for now.
And this is one of my favorite things about programming is that like, hey, this is really stressful. Hey, this is really bad. Hey, this can't hurt us. Like, oh, we wanted to do it in this flashy, more streamlined way and it didn't work.
Right.
Cool.
And that's okay.
And this feels a little bit more like files as well. And it just means that we may have to like upload over the old files. And that's a little bit janky, but I love janky.
And that's okay. Yeah. And what I can do off camera as well is make sure that I get an environment that doesn't have my, the Git already configured. And then we can do it on live.
Everything's fine. Everything's going to be fine.
It's going to be great. Perfect. So now it's asking for us to commit the changes, add the files via upload. That's fine. I'll add some text here. Added initial index and style. Perfect. Then we'll commit those. Processing the files. It may take a couple minutes. Beautiful. We're all set. Great. And then I will add this to the chat as well, so y'all can come and take a look at any time.
Anytime. And the thing, this is so nice. I'm going to just throw this up on the screen. Everything's fine. So github.com/Naya Macklin Couchbase. Okay. That's your work persona.
Right.
And this is just slash portfolio. This is easy. This is chill. This can't hurt us.
Not at all. It's perfect.
So
Yes.
if we open that HTML file right now,
Yep.
if we open that in our browser, I don't think we'd see a thing.
No.
So
No.
what if we, and I loved this recommendation from Aspa saying, hey, can we see what it would look like if we put an image in a secondary folder
Mm-hmm.
and then added that to the website? So this is not, so do you have a picture of you looking cool, or would you like me to get a screen grab of you right now?
Screen grab sounds lovely.
Okay. Keep looking cute. Like you have an option. Fabulous. Everything's fine.
Yep. Love it.
So what's the best way to send that to you? Oh.
Slack. Yes. That'd be perfect.
Wait. How about we do this part tomorrow after I email you this? There's a lot of ways that this could
Yeah. That's perfect.
I was like, oh, just get your email up on stream without accidentally showing. Yeah.
And then Slack up on stream. Yeah.
Gee, I've been alive a long time and I've done every goofy thing. I love the way you're like, yeah, just does goofy things.
Yeah. No, I also do goofy things. We all do goofy things. So don't worry.
So do we want to do a little tiny bit more?
Yeah, we absolutely can.
So let's have something show on the website. And Aspa, tomorrow one thing we'll do is create a
image folder.
So we can't create that folder now. It's not going to do a lot.
That's right. Let's get it up. And we will. So we're going to go.
We could even go to Wikimedia and steal a picture of something you like.
Yes.
There we go.
Do that. Beautiful. Perfect. Wikimedia. There's cool. Is that? This is awesome. Okay, I haven't used this resource before, but and let me just go into Google.
And what's Commons here?
Yes.
This is suggesting that it might be something available under a public domain. Oh, look at this category: public domain.
Oh,
so we're hitting these copyright things again.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you like? Cats, computers, potatoes, Iceland.
Iceland.
Oh, just because it has Iceland right there. It's in the middle of the screen.
Oh, that's perfect. Either is fine. Do they, let's see. Cats are the best, as always.
I would be very surprised if they didn't have. Oh, look at these categories. This is wild.
Yeah, this is so interesting. Let me search. Nothing. Oh, no.
Nothing.
Oh, nope. That's not the real cats that we're looking for. Maybe cat space. Nope, nothing.
So I think maybe this is there's just no subcategory of cats. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the best way to? Oh, if we go to the Wikimedia Commons page and then search for cats.
Gotcha.
I bet that'll land. And I bet they even have a filter.
Yes. Oh, these are wonderful.
Oh, look at that cat making friends with a lizard, both of whom were completely fine.
That's right.
So who's the most stressed out looking cat or the chillest cat?
Oh, I think.
Okay, it sounds like that's the one in your heart.
Yeah.
So if we click on that, we should be able to see. So Creative Commons attribution. And this is really noteworthy. So this says, hey, you can use this, but you have to give me credit for having taken this picture. And we can do that.
Makes sense, as always.
So if we save this and put it in our new folder, we can then add a fig caption with the credit.
Love it, love it.
You are so patient with me bossing you around, which
Oh,
is kind of how pair programming works.
that's exactly how it works. Okay, so we have our little kitty cat. And what we'll want to do, we'll go back to our portfolio. And did we want to create a images folder?
Yeah. So Aspa suggested, hey. If we want to make a folder for images,
Yep.
how does this work? And I think that makes sense. We want to because we've got a folder where index and CSS lives,
Yep.
and we can create a folder within that folder, can't we?
Correct, we can.
And this would be called a subdirectory.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the directory where our website lives, and we're just making a folder inside that for images. That can't hurt us.
Not at all.
I mean, it's scary. Do you know what's wild? Is I bet. What do we want to call this?
Images.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you create this, I think it'll make a folder in the visible folder in the folder you have
It will.
on your website. On your website? What's the opposite of website? Your computer, locally.
Yes.
This is why I said let's do a short one when I'm goofy.
Yeah. I got you. Perfect. So now we have our folder with images in it. Well, there are no images in it yet. So what we can do, let's go to our downloads and let's grab that little kitty cat. Let's see if we can drag and drop. Boop. Yay. Perfection.
Amazing.
There could be, oh, the tongue sticking out. Oh, y'all, I love that.
And this is an exceptionally high quality cat, just outside doing crimes, looking
right.
very suspiciously at the camera. Perfect baby.
It's perfect.
So if we want that to display on our web page, we need to we need to do a couple things in index.
Yes, we do.
Because
Found in the parent.
yes.
Open it.
Oh.
Open repositories and parent folders. Okay. Cool.
Very cool. So we've got a head, but I think we need both a body and a main
That's right. We
in
do.
order to put this cat in.
Exactly. So
And the main lives inside the body.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sorry, you already know this.
No. We're all
I
learning.
love that you could just type the keyword. Hush.
It's great. Oh my gosh. VS Code is wonderful.
And usually we'd section this out, say, oh, here's my projects, here's my interests. But here we're just going to chuck a cat on the page and have a good day.
Yes. It's going to be great.
So I think we need an image element.
That's right.
And can you just type IMG and it'll do it?
You can. Image tag.
It leaves you the source and the alt?
Yes.
This is going to make me very lazy.
It's great.
So this gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're not linking to something that's already on the internet. We're linking to
something that's on our computer.
And we can't just say, so the file name is brown tabby white domestic. We can't just link to that because it's not in the same folder.
Correct. We're going to have to first tell this thing that we're going to images first.
So what Ramon had showed us last week is that you can do / to say, hey, from this folder.
Ooh,
look at that. And this shows us everything in this folder. Yes, so we want to select images.
Correct. And then
but we're not. Look at that. Look at no.
Yes, it does.
And I like this because this already gives us a lot. So having a descriptive file name, why would I want a file name that has brown and white tabby domestic cat? Ooh. It's definitely useful. I think this might be useful if I somehow forgot to, because I would never do it on purpose. But maybe if I forgot to add a alt text, this gives a lot of context.
That's exactly correct.
And it also gives a lot of context for search engines, which are not as discerning as humans.
Right. But we always want to include our alt text anyway, regardless of if the picture title is descriptive.
I think you're absolutely right. So what's a good alt text for this?
Well, it could be pretty similar to the text here. So I can just copy and paste. How do you feel about that, Jess?
I feel so brown and white tabby cat. Yeah, let's grab that.
Great.
Oh, we might want to change a little bit. Brown tabby and white domestic cat sounds like two cats.
It does. So let's make sure. Brown and underscore, because I do underscores here. White tabby.
Yeah.
Domestic. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, we definitely want to take those underscores out though.
Mm-hmm.
Those will be messy all day.
It's gonna ruin things. So just make sure it's spaces in between everything for this.
So can we save this and open this in a browser window or preview and just see what it does? Because we're not done yet. We definitely need to add attribution.
That's right. Let's see, and let's see if we can view. Yep, we'll open with live server. Remember, everyone, this is just an extension that I got in the little extensions tab. This is really big, so you can't see it yet. Oh, no, don't show anything.
Oh, yeah, it's allowed. It's definitely allowed. See, and we got that boop, which is the sound of software doing things.
That's right. Yes, thank you. And then I got it from this extensions tab here. So there are lots of different videos on how to get that. But I just wanted to make sure folk remembered. It has too many archive. I'm just going to hold on, VS Code.
This can't hurt us.
Perfect. Okay, so this is saved. Now I'm going to open with live server. Yay!
Okay. So we have, just like Aspa suggested, we want to include a file. We want to put it in a folder within our directory. Amazing.
Yes. And it's now showing up. And you can see from the title that this is the website we created, Nia K. Macklin, the legend.
The legend.
The legend.
Oh, wait, we definitely have to do one chore so we don't forget it. Like, we would never leave an alt text unfinished. We will never leave an attribution unfinished.
Talk about it.
So should we, the website we were looking at, the Wikimedia Commons will definitely have, oh gosh, my whole brain just rebooted. It'll definitely have the attribution information. Yeah. And actually, if you click on, there should be, does clicking on that give us the attribution? Okay, so this gives us the license, which we do need to know.
Okay.
But if we go back, how do we...
Warrack?
If we click on Warrack, do we get their attribution?
Flickr people.
Oh.
This is...
So I'm sure that Warrack has taken amazing pictures, but scrolling through somebody's Flickr is always a risky click. So I might... No disparagement. Oh, heck.
That's okay.
Gotta go.
Grab. I can just go to history. Comments. Okay, that was it. History. Oh, the Warrack. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. I'm gonna grab it.
Everything's fine.
Wikimedia.
Oh, you've got like a responsible person's desktop. Mine is just a bunch of folders like final 3, final 5.
Yes, that's usually me, so don't worry. I just cleaned it up like a couple days ago. And where's our cutie patootie? Yeah, chonka baby. Okay.
So.
You want more details?
We want more details, yeah. Because we definitely want to do, okay. I remember this having a really good like attribution button.
Yeah. Licensing file.
Hang on.
Metadata. Here, maybe? Information about reusing it?
I bet if we click on that, we're going to get the Creative Commons again.
Ah, got it.
Sorry, I'm just doing my little old lady eyes. Yeah. I think if we come down to the bottom, to the summary, to share. Wait, slow down. Oh. So metadata. I don't need the metadata. I just want I just want a one click to. I'm going to check this.
Yeah. No problem. Give me what we need.
I'm just checking too. Just show me a picture. What a great, it's a picture of the day.
Right.
More details. I'm just looking at the exact same thing in a different way.
Yep.
Does information about reusing? Information about reusing does give us the license.
Mm. Hi, Ahmad. Welcome
What's an
back.
Ahmad?
friend.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Sorry, I
wait.
thought you had named a cat Ahmad. And I
Oh,
was like,
that.
what a delightful. I love a cat name, which is just like a hello. I'm a very dignified human name.
That's right. Welcome
So,
back. Yeah, go
what
ahead.
if we added this as a comment, a to do?
Okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I'll just minimize that, and then we'll add a comment right above.
Yeah, because I definitely remember that there used to be a one-click copy. And if you go ahead and copy a link to the Wikimedia Commons thing, I can have a little bit of a think.
Yeah.
Use this file on the oh, I've got it.
Oh, great.
Do you see where it says use this file on the web?
Yeah.
If you click on that, that's where the magic attribution works. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's already in HTML. So if you copy that.
Which one? The attribution?
So the attribution.
Oh, perfect. Oh, nice.
So you just tap. Sorry, you all are patient as the day is long. I knew there was a very fancy one click. I just don't remember where my brain left it.
Right.
And why might we want to add attribution to this?
Well, it's always important. Well, what I like to say is you always cite your sources, and it's important to cite people whose material you're using in life, right? People, if you just had some random data, they're like, where's that data coming from? You always want to cite your sources. But specifically as well, you don't want it to get into like any copyright issues when you're just taking content from the web.
Yeah.
Someone had produced that content, so you want to cite who produced it, who created that.
Everything's easy. So you're, just to recap what you've said in less classy, less smart ways.
Yes.
So we could highlight this comment and copy and paste right over it.
Yes.
So you're saying it's important to cite this correctly, to not be a jerk,
Right.
to do the right thing, and to not get sued.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. So if we save this now and look at it again.
Have the CC. Okay, that's fine. All right, save it, and then we'll take another look. Open with live server.
Oh, I want that wrapped in a paragraph tag personally.
Absolutely.
Oh no, do you know what? It'll go in a fig caption under the image.
Yes, there we go. That's right.
Sorry, bossy as I am. Bossy as the day is long.
Oh yes, y'all are not seeing this. Let me bring this cutie pie over here. Perfection. You can see.
Amazing. So this looks a little janky, but do you know what? That feels decidedly like tomorrow's job.
It is tomorrow's job.
I love how we're like, we're going to make a portfolio website, which means in the grand internet tradition, mess around with a picture of calves for 20 minutes.
That's how we do it.
This does strongly imply that Nia Macklin the legend is a like strong-shouldered cat.
I am a strong-shouldered cat. That's who I want to be. No rent, no problems, just meow meow. Okay.
I feel like they've got problems.
They cause problems. Love it.
Amazing. Shall we save it so that we feel confident?
We should.
And then go have the calmest possible afternoon.
Yes.
For me. For you, it's like well in the morning.
It is. Yes, it is midday for me. So I'm going to continue my work for Couchbase.
Oh, and Ahmad makes a really good point to say, I know y'all are coming back to do this tomorrow, but if you were going to put the attribution in a fig caption, don't forget that we need to put the image in a figure element so that these become linked for assistive technologies.
You're literally the best.
Laura Langdon agrees with us, says, you know what? When I made my first website, absolutely featured image was the big cat. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Laura. Love you, miss you.
So I will let you go. I will let everybody go. Everybody's homework is the boot camp is over. Your work is probably not over. I'd be shocked if somebody was finished already.
Really? Really?
They had to have started beforehand. That's so fat. I wouldn't be finished. Would you be finished? That's so much
Oh,
work.
goodness, that's a lot of work. Who knows? No idea.
But if you are joining us with the boot camp, your
Mhm.
homework is to just continue to plod along in the pace that suits you best.
Yeah. Remember, this is chill and this is fun.
I will let you go. Have the easiest possible time
All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll continue on with this work.
tomorrow and Wednesday,
That's right.
and
Exactly.
then maybe some more.
Maybe some more. All right. Much love. See y'all soon. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.